Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity! I am Rule Game. Adventure named Siomi the Rogue, the Elven Rogue. So I think I'm gonna go ahead because it's still on, what is it, that Fig or something? Pillars of Eternity 2. I think I'm gonna go ahead and back that. If it's gonna be anything like this is going on so far, I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Plus, I'm gonna get the tier that gives me 50% off of Tyranny, which is also another game I want to pick up. So that will synergize very well. Alright. Let's go outside. I also have Tides of Numenera, I think, is coming out soon. So I'll be able to... It's going to be a whole freaking mess of games to go through and play. This is pretty awesome. Alright. Let's go outside. We have... Offra's house, Ingrid's house, the smithery, and the windmill. Let's head over and take a look at all of those. Smithery, let's see if they have any weapons that we could possibly want to buy. I doubt it, but it's always possible. But maybe I'm just so spoiled that so often the best gear is just done through exploring. But maybe they'll have some neat stuff. Let's take a look. There's a guard, a commoner, an apprentice, this guy in green. He's going to be one of these soul people. This looks like Robin Hood and another dwarf dude. And then, of course, Daunu. Alright. Well, let's first go explore the souls of these people. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a man crouching, surreptitious and alone, a series of untamed shrubs, all that hides him from the vision ahead. His eyes are locked on a Deligan, beautiful and terrible, eyes half-lidded as she hums. A bird with fantastic blue and orange plumage sits on her shoulder, trilling gently, and the man is entranced, trembling, tentative. He stands, and the tranquility is broken by the bird's startled squawk. The Deligman half smiles, beckoning with twig-like fingers. She does not speak as he approaches. His mouth is dripping sounds of awe and admiration. She waits, coy and tempting, and with agonizing slowness he is before her. Then something changes. She sees something hanging limply from his side and begins to hiss. Fingers suddenly claws and eyes black with hate. He has no time to reach for his axe or grimoire as she strikes, and just as soon as she strikes, she is gone. The only evidence of her existence, the shuddering wreck on the ground. He grabs at his grimoire nevertheless and begins to chant, but the words of a magical language of his own imagining, scribbled in a maniacal shorthand, ring hollow, and the silence continues unabated. He turns and shrugs at someone or something, but if there is something there, you do not see it. That is not what I would have expected of the Green Robin Hood dude. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a group of adventurers surrounded by a crowd of attacking sarps. It's like the deacon things. This man is with them, seemingly unconcerned by the battle, even detached from it as he stands in the middle of his comrades, chanting, his expression bordering on elation. His voice is powerful and deep, booming out across the combatants as a rich counterpoint to the chaos of their fighting. With every phrase, the battlefield changes. His allies glow with a pulsing blue light, freezing the sarps that surround them. A blazing pyre erupts from the ground, cutting and burning the creatures and sending them scattering. One of the fallen sarps suddenly explodes as three giant grubs crawl from its corpse and attack the remaining enemies. The man continues to chant, thoroughly enthralled in the joy of the moment. Finally, the creatures have been reduced to one. His allies stand back as the man approaches it, still chanting. He removes his hammer and swings it at the sorp. His phrase ends as the hammer connects with its head, punctuating the spell and bringing his song to an end. Just remember that sometimes the souls you'll hear about are from previous lives. It doesn't actually have to signify their own lives. What's this guy? Commoner? Apprentice? Alright, let's go talk to Tautanu. This Amoa man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome! You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? Is this your shop? That it is. Been here near on 20 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years. Good luck and bad. Tautanu glances at the guard standing watch along the wall. But the Black Hammer Smithery remains. What do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be. But we've fine weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. What happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near on a week now, and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe, to make some coin. As if that lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for the unscrupulous sorts. Tautanu scratches his jaw thinking. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Or my shipment, at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. Only good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. Tautanu glances at the nearby guard. And that's as it should be. It doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I'll find your supplies. Tautanu nods. Then you have my thanks. You bring those supplies back and I'll have plenty more to offer you. A discount to start. Oh, and if you find my workers, tell them to hurry it up, or they can take up farming instead. So, they sell nothing.
Good day, stranger.
I'd like to see your wares, please. Of course, you won't find finer anywhere else. So what's this guy have? So the other thing about smiths is that, which I often don't see, is if they have like a very powerful, unique weapon, how do they come to possess it? Exactly. I mean, did they smith it? It's just something that gets me sometimes. So, I mean, as long as you don't have, like, super legendary artifacts at your disposal. But obviously he has 3 weapons of prime quality. Maybe the Outworn Buckler, too? Is that unique? No. Not sure what Outworn means. See, we have armor here. Ring of Deflection. I really do need to sit down and actually go through some of these combat mechanics. A blunting belt. Disengagement defense bonus. That could be useful for the wizard. What on earth is this? Summon Animate. Pry bar. I assume that once you use them, it's pretty much done. like the grappling hook. Oh, camping supplies sell for more here. I might get a discount actually if I do his quest, so I probably don't want to buy too much just yet. Nice crossbow. All of these way out of my price range, except for the most basic of stuff, and even then. Do you sell for more? Nope. Yeah, I have a lot more copper that I need to make. Nothing I would buy right now. Alright. Well, we got our quest from there, so let's keep going.
Yes.
What inventory do you have? Saber and dagger. I might be able to get you some good weapons. Let's get you a fine... Oh, you can't use it? Oh, why not, out of curiosity, is it? Two-handed. Ah, I see. Not much of a two-handed person. Out of curiosity, what gets you weapon proficiencies in this game? And how do you split a stack? I actually don't know. I really should look that up. Usually things like shift and hold, control and hold don't work. You have your dagger, you've got your scale armor. Let's take a look. Controls. Is there like a split stack control? Don't see it. Let's see. Alright, looking it up, it says I can double click and that would split it. There we go. Everyone gets 2 pieces of chicken. I guess, oh, Siami will get 1. And you don't need 2 pieces of chicken. Let's move 1 over there, and let's move 1 over there, and let's go over here, and let's get you some chicken. Let's get you some chicken. Let's get you your chicken. And you your chicken. What does this do? Constitution. Max endurance. And eventually I will get specialized food for everyone. Oh yeah, helmet. Resolve and perception +1. What does it look like? Oh, it looks so dinky. Yeah, I know, I'm putting cosmetics in too high a bar right now. What about you? How does it look like on you? What's your perception skill anyway? 14? Alright, whatever. I'll get a helmet for myself at some point. Alright, where are we going? We are going to take a look at Ingrid's house. Is it weird that I'm going to randomly go inside someone's house? Yep. But that's something that RPGs just tend to do. From the very beginning. You just have random houses. You're just going to go into this random house. Hello, random people. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices you approach, pauses, her smile faltering a little. I wonder why a group of 4 people literally just walks into your home, armed.
Good day to you.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nanton? Oh, we did meet! Oh, okay. You're that guy. I don't even remember you. You have better memory than I do. Nanton coughed. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for someone who just lost a friend. Were they in good spirits? You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so, Ingrid laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and... She looks at Nanton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Nanton reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery, he says. Is there anything you could tell me about Gilded Vale? Ingrid smiles wryly. Only that you want to be moving on as soon as you can. You'll have seen the tree, I imagine. The rock goes deeper. If you're looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. We're headed for Defiance Bay ourselves, Nanton adds. Alright. Thank you. I remember I saw some corpse thing by the bear. It was purple. Which means I would be able to talk to his soul. Something... I guess the game wanted me to think something suspicious of that one, but alright. Hey, look, a crate. Let's open it. I got beer. Beer be good. Alright, take all. We will visit that bear. There will be bear visiting. Hello. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbell. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkard comes through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. But we'll be back, Trumbell. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame, we'll have a reckoning. Against the grain. So these people look a bit perturbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just let them walk past me. Alright, let's go pick some mushrooms, if we can. Oh, we can. Hey, look, a field. Knock, knock, random windmill, let's go. You see, there's bigger reason to do this. But why would he have unlocked the door for me, I wonder? An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life! Put that down before you get yourself hurt. Trumbull only raises the club higher. I mean it! I won't have Swainer and his lackeys threatening me in my own mill. Who's Swainer? The dwarf. I'm a dwarf too, dude. The one standing out there spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. The miller hesitates and lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Swainer roping foreigners into his little crusade now? No, dude. Let's see. I can infer that. I could say that. Nah. Nah. My name is Fallon. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now. And Swainer thinks he's king of it. They're all of them mad. I guess I'm going to ask this question anyway. What was all that ruckus outside? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Swainer's whipped them up into a froth, going on about the grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. I gained 80 experience. Woohoo! Talking. All I do is, if the grain is sell it, I can't create it out of thin air. I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale, and Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town, the crop's blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers, it's gone off rotted through. That sucks, obviously. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling after things he has no right to. Well, obviously. That's the suspicious one. Seems like a pretty clean story. You don't want those people in here too. Maybe you ought to stop lying to me. Oh. So, well, you see, this is a good point. I actually bought his story, personally. I guess the character, though, with his resolve of 14 is just like, no, you're not going to freaking BS with me, boy. Or is he, like, older than I am? I can't tell. Whatever, I'm the one with the freaking beard and an axe. If you don't want those people in here with torches, maybe you ought to stop lying to me. Trumbull blinks, taken aback. I'm not... Look, it's no lie. The stores really are low. With so little grain going around, I had to raise the prices for some people. That makes sense. There are folks in this town that deserve far better than Swainer and his lot. People who have done more for Gilded Vale. Part of me would like to say, what do you mean? Somehow, though, I'm intelligent, so intellect 12. People like the magistrate. I can't do anything about that, Trumbull says, his voice quiet. That's just how it works. Maybe things are different elsewhere. Here at Raedric's, man, they keep the village safe so they eat well. Ah. Well then, let's see. Obviously I don't have enough resolve for that. What do you mean? Swainer, the rest, they've always been troublemakers, loud, drunken fools. That woman with him, her soul traces back to Dredron, that wretched brigand, and it shows. We have good people in this town, people still hanging on to what's left of it. They deserve a little more, that's all I'm saying. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Swainer then. I don't even know why I'm getting involved, honestly. But XP! The miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. You won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're having a hard time of it, and we'll have to make some sacrifices. That brings me to another point in a lot of RPGs. Oftentimes, it is difficult for me to personally justify why a character might get involved with some of these little things that he might find petty. But the alternative is not doing them. You don't get the XP for that, so... My character's gotta be a better fighter through negotiating grain deals. We'll be in your debt for it, if you can convince him.
Huh?
I mean, I guess it could turn violent and I just kill everyone, but... even so. It's just odd sometimes. I mean, I can understand a situation where you have to resolve everything then and there. Like, if you were to leave, things would get resolved either way, but... like, if you met a caravan in the middle of the road and brigands are holding them up, sure. I mean, it's blocking your path. But, I don't know, tricky to explain, but whatever. I'll talk to him. I'm not gonna complain. More stuff to do. Let's go up there. Right, we are going to visit Ulfra's house. And also we're going to go visit the grain. I want to see if there's a clue there. We're going to go randomly visit someone else's house. Oh, there's soul stuff there. We're going to read about souls as well. Villager. Alright, knock, knock. You know, that's the other thing you should do. You should have the option of knocking and someone can let you in and then say, come in, come in. That would be less awkward than randomly walking into some random house. If it was a store or something that was open to the public, sure. But if someone's residence, there should be more reason to get in my opinion. Of course, it's not that big a deal, but still, we add a nice little flair. Anyway, here we are, and this is Ulfra. I don't believe I've met you before. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Well met, friend.
Oh, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Nice cat. Who are you expecting? I just I thought I'd get to know the locals. I guess I'm going to go with this because... why the heck am I in this person's house? I need to get to know the locals. Because that's what I do. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odemas by any chance? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, are you Kalicia's sister? Uh-oh. Why do you ask? Ah, there we go. My sister, Kalicia, is traveling with one of those caravans. She sent a letter before she came. She said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. She always was a tough one. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road? Or the caravan, perhaps? It's Master Odemas. Well, how do I break this news to you? Oh my goodness. Oh, that is oh, that's so low. Sorry, now I'll be going now. That'd be so hard to say. Alright. Alrighty. Should I just tell her that she was killed in a bivouac? Is that a thing that you say? Let's see. I mean, there are three options here. One is the forthcoming one. The other is... each one is less and less specific. I'm going to go with 3. Kalicia didn't make it. Ulfra covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kalicia was always so certain she could take on any danger. Ulfra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I just can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Ulfra's face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. I feel kind of bad. I lived, she died. She died, I think, in a terrible way. Soul getting ripped apart. No. Well, let's see. Alicia mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Ulfra looks at you with some surprise, before dabbing at her nose with a sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Ulfra wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kalisha as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. Every child? I did not know it was every child. That's kind of bad. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. She sniffs. With my Hathor gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. Oh, interesting. I'm assuming these are paladin orders? I hoped Kalisha could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being born hollowborn, but she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me, and I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else now, with Kalisha gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? I'll find Ragnar for you. That's a long ways to go. I'm not going to be what's in this for me. I feel kind of bad about what happened. I'll think about it if I ever head that way. I'm not the one for charity. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Why not? I'll find Ragnar for you. Ranga for you. Oh, 20 copper. Thanks. Ulfra blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of... Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Anslong's Compass is what we call the Lagoon of the South. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Aw, alright. A mother's plea. We can rob the desk. Yeah, I think we can be truly, truly chaotic evil, slaughter everyone, steal everything, but we're not going to do that, obviously. This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon the Kelglass Sea. There is an etched illustration of a vast finned leviathan. And, alright, well, that's why we went to her house. It'd be nifty if you can ask a townsfolk where she lives and they could point you to where it is. Then you'd have a reason to get in here. Okay, I'm dwelling on that silly thing. I'm going to stop for right now. Until next time, I guess.
Huh?
Huh? Let's go out. You know, she's pregnant. And time does pass. You could technically make time pass by just traveling back and forth and stuff. I wonder if anything... They probably do not keep track of stuff like that. You know, if you were to travel back and forth for 9 months, they would assume no one will go through something that tedious. Which is probably true. Alright, let's go talk to the grain farmer. And there he is, right next to Gaffwin and Brethen. Are these people always there? I'm gonna talk to Brethen first. If you're not an ale. Oh, I see. Alright, well, I'm gonna talk to you then. Let's have a conversation. Don't know who you are, don't much care. Keep walking, we're not here to chat with foreigners. Adolf narrows his eyes. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. He wrinkles his nose. Smells like it, too. So I could say, Trumbull says you've been threatening his family. I saw you outside the mill. What was that about? Let's not get too harsh right now. Oh, someone fancies themselves a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about Trumbull thinking he's king of the town on account of he's got the mill to his name. Oh, crap. I was supposed to look at the farm before talking to this guy. Oops. Whatever. The dwarf's jowls quiver with rage. It's about him barely giving us anything for the wheat we bring him and then cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastard gets rich off their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off! Okay. Grumpy Stillskin. Well, we're all so rich anyway. Well, if I buy you all around, will you talk to me then? They said they wanted ale. Swainer considers it briefly. He looks up to the others. Fair enough. You bring us something to wet our throats, and might be I'll feel up to trading words. Okay. It just so happens I found all these ales outside, literally right outside the mill. Well, pretty freaking near outside the mill. Which brings me to another point. Something else I sometimes take issue with in RPGs. Finding extremely high-valued loot in random containers where it just does not belong. I remember in Dragon Age once. I was playing Dragon Age once, and there was a beggar who was just begging just for a few coins. I mean, he obviously looked really poor. And there was a barrel right next to him. I was at a very high level already, and loot is tied to your level, no matter where you are. And I opened up the barrel next to this beggar right here, and if there's a freaking dragon bone sword here, it's worth a ton of money, really, compared to what this beggar wanted. If he literally just opened up the barrel next to him, he would have gotten that sword. I mean, he would not have because he's not a high level and the loot is basically generated by your level. But that stuff irks me a bit, though. The fact that there's a high-valued item in some crate next to you and you're a beggar begging for money. That's an inconsistency. It's a little annoying at times, but you just have to look past it. But so these little things of consistency matter a great deal to me. Anyway, but alright. This is nowhere near as big of a deal. I mean, this is just ale. Alright, let's try talking to him again.
Fred.
I have ale for you. Maybe I need to talk to the innkeeper and buy the ale that way, indirectly.
Hail and well met.
There we go. I'd like to buy a round for the fine fellows over there. Fine fellows? You're having me on. Any more fighting and I'll have to ban Swainer from the inn entirely. The innkeeper frowns. Until then, it's 6 copper pieces for the lot. That's all? That's pretty cheap. Can't we skip the payment? Yeah, right. Oh, for crying out loud, Fallon. It's 6 copper. I am not going to haggle over 6 copper. There you go. 6 copper. Like, seriously, you don't have to haggle over that. There are a lot more expensive things in this game than 6 copper.
Welcome.
I've brought drinks. Hey, so you have! By the flame, I never thought I'd be so happy for a mug of the Black Hound's shit beer. You're just another ray of sunshine, aren't you? God, that's good. Alright then, you've got my attention. What is it you've got to say that's worth a round of drinks? And this one does not make any sense either. Resolve 16. You see, this is what kind of thing that makes me want to get more resolve. But I don't know if these stats are fixed. They very well might be. Maybe you'll get one every 4 levels. Honestly, I don't know. But maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. I do want details. It's like I said. The miller's in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that folks like Ophrah pay half what we do. The dwarf sighs. And maybe we've been a bit rough with him. But what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve. And do you think Trumbull's going to be sorry about when we do? There's no sense threatening the miller. Yeah, this would be a nice ring around the rosy over here. You have him up against the wall. Maybe you can ask some of the other villagers for help. Look, there's no sense threatening the miller. You have him up against a wall. Maybe you can ask some of the other villagers for help. Swainer eyes you for a few long moments, drinking deep from his mug. Then he sighs. You're right. Things go on like they are. We're just going to end up hanging from that tree out there. He looks for his comrades. Tell Trumbull we'll leave him be. That was easy. Don't know what we'll do now with the crops failing. Haven't got another trade to speak of. Think Pasca needs another hand around the inn? Probably not. Alright. We did it. No, we forgot to talk to those soul people. Read their souls. Make a note. I don't want to do it just yet. I will want to do it, though. Hello. Read souls of the people next to Kalicia's sister's house. There we go. We shall remember. This is why notes are useful. If we read through the notes, that is. We're going to go to the windmill. Alright, folks, I think we're going to call it right here. When we come back, we're going to go to the windmill, tell them everything's resolved, pay a visit to the grain farm, and go up and whack a bear. See you later, folks.